So, good day sir, my name is Steve Daniel Lalantakon Mingilian and this is my MGMT2 CO2 video assessment. So, in task 1, we have here the competence required, which is contribute to the enhancement of maritime security through heightened awareness. And we have knowledge, understanding, and proficiency required. So basic working knowledge of maritime security terms and definitions, including elements that may relate to privacy and armed robbery. So basic knowledge of international maritime safety policy and responsibilities of governments, companies, and persons. Basic knowledge of maritime security levels and their impact on security, mariners, and procedures on board ship and port facilities. Basic knowledge of security reporting procedures. Basic knowledge of security related contingency plans. Second is we have here the recognition of security threats. So basic knowledge of techniques used to circumvent security measures. Basic knowledge enabling recognition of potential security threats, including elements that may relate to piracy and armed robbery. Basic knowledge enabling recognition of weapons, dangerous substances, and devices, and awareness of the damage they can cause. Lastly is basic knowledge in handling security related information and security related communications. And we have here the understanding of the need for and methods of maintaining security awareness and vigilance. So basic knowledge of training drills and exercise requirements under relevant conventions, code, and IMO circulars, including those relevant for anti-piracy and anti-armed robbery. So in task 2, we have here the competence required, which is maintain the conditions set out in a ship security plan. We have knowledge, understanding, proficiency required. So working knowledge of maritime security terms and definitions, including elements that may relate to piracy and armed robbery. Knowledge of international maritime security, to policy and responsibilities of government, companies, and persons, including working knowledge of elements that may relate to piracy and armed robbery. Knowledge of maritime security levels and their impact on security measures, procedures on board ships and in port facilities. Knowledge of security reporting procedures. Knowledge of procedures and requirements for drills and exercises under the relevant conventions, codes, and IMO circular, including working knowledge of those that may relate to piracy and armed robbery. And lastly, the knowledge of procedures for conducting inspections and surveys and for the control and monitoring of securities and activities specified in a ship security plan. Next is we have the maintain conditions set forth in a ship security plan continued. So we have here knowledge of security related contingency plans and the procedures for responding to security threats or branches of security, including the provisions for maintaining critical operations of the ship, port interface, and including also working knowledge of those that may related to piracy and armed robbery. We have here the recognition of security risks and threats. So knowledge of security documentations, including the declaration of security, knowledge and techniques used to circumvent security measures, including those used by pirates and armed robbers. Knowledge of enabling recognition of potential security threats, knowledge of enabling recognition of weapons, dangerous substances, and devices, and awareness of the damage that they can cause. Knowledge of crowd management and control techniques where appropriate. And in continuation, we have here the knowledge and handling security related informations and security related communications. Knowledge of the methods for physical searches and non-intrusive inspections. So next is we have here the undertake regular security inspections of the ship. Knowledge of the techniques for monitoring restricted areas. Knowledge of controlling access to the ship and restricted areas on board ship. Knowledge of method of effectiveness monitoring of deck areas and areas surrounding the ship. Knowledge of inspection method relating to the cargo and ship's stores, and knowledge of methods for controlling the embarkation and disembarkation of the access while on board of persons and their effects. Lastly, the proper usage of security equipment and systems, if any. So we have here the general knowledge of various types of security equipment and systems, including those that could be used in case of attacks by pirates and armed robbers, including their limitations. Lastly, the knowledge of the need for testing, calibrating, and maintaining security systems and equipment, particularly used at sea. That's all, sir, and thank you.